Welcome back, my YouTube friends and family. This is Lindsay, and I am back with more daily work from home job leads for you. Now, in today's video, I have 6 job leads to share, and we have lots of non-phone options. I haven't seen this many non-phone options in a while, so it's got me a little excited. We have things like reviewing medical images. We have things like reviewing deals content, moderating content that's posted online, reviewing like AI projects. We even have Zillow hiring someone to review media files, and we do have a job that is paying you to review like bus cam videos, making sure that cars did not pass stopped school buses. So of course I'm going to dive all in. Links, timestamps, all additional information you need can always be found in the YouTube description box below this video. I do just ask that if you enjoy anything that I share, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up like button. So first up, we have Diversified Radiology. This is going to be a healthcare position, but please note they only have 7 reviews from past and current employees. So as always, I urge you to do your own research on any companies before giving them your personal information. They do have a 4.3 out of 5-star rating though. They are looking for a medical imaging clerk. This is remote, full-time for the United States. Everything I'm sharing is for the United States. But you're going to be responsible for accessing patients' records and being the go-between between the medical imaging outpatient center and the radiologist regarding organizing, maintaining, and retrieving the patient information. So you're responsible for the workflow management and coordination with all the staff members to ensure that all the pre-appointment tasks are completed prior to the patient appointment time. So you're retrieving like patient studies, reports, and like radiology past scan images and stuff out of their medical records, out of the system, making sure they're complete and accurate before the patient's exam. You're doing data entry into the system, keeping patient records once they're seen, updating that with that new medical information, making sure that the patient demographics are always updated, so addresses are correct, phone numbers are correct, insurance information is correct. You're scanning and uploading just documents into the patient's medical records, so you are going to have to follow HIPAA rules, regulations, and guidelines for this, but they only require high school diploma or GED, and they prefer somebody who has prior experience in either private practice or a hospital. But you do have to have knowledge of like radiology techniques, methods, and at least 2 to 3 years of some kind of a customer service experience. Now, pay for this one is anywhere from $16.50 an hour up to $19 an hour. Now, next up, we have Masterclass hiring. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever heard of Masterclass before. Their advertisements dominated the YouTube space in 2016 to 2019, maybe even up to 2020. Every celebrity has a masterclass. Gordon Ramsay has a cooking masterclass. Christina Aguilera has a singing masterclass. But they have 129 reviews from past and current employees with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.1 out of 5 stars. They are looking for somebody to review AI projects. Now, this is a temporary position, but at least it is something to get some money rolling in while you're continuing to put in those applications. It is remote for the United States. They're basically looking for somebody to evaluate learner submissions against detailed rubrics for a new project. So you're going to apply judgment skills to make sure like you check pass or fail outcomes. So this is going to be a part-time position, about 20 hours a week, but you are given like criteria that you're going to review the projects against. You're going to write clear, actionable feedback that helps the learners, or basically the people enrolled in these master classes, taking these master classes, the customers that have bought these classes, helping them understand areas for improvement. And you're making sure any work that they're turning in is not like AI. So you're comparing human and AI assessment outcomes to identify areas for calibration, documenting any reasoning for your decisions to support kind of your assessment. Now, they don't require any kind of college degree, and they do pay very high, but they do require 5 years of experience in some kind of assessment, evaluation, or education feedback roles. Somebody who can apply those rubrics across multiple submissions. You have great written communication skills, and you have the ability to work independently and maintain high standards, great attention to detail, a passion for education. But if that is you, they pay anywhere from $75 an hour up to $125 an hour. Now, SlickDeals is another company that I feel like is probably already well known. They have like this platform online that posts deals for products that you want to buy. They have 94 reviews from past and current employees with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.2 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a moderator for their online platforms. They are looking for somebody, though, to work those really early hours, 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're outside of that time zone, you'll have to convert your hours to see if that works for you. Now, it depends if you're looking for like an overnight job. If you're in the Eastern time zone, working 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I do believe would convert to like midnight to 8 a.m. and give you that overnight space. So again, just convert your hours. But they're really looking for somebody just to ensure that the content on their site abides by their rules, policies, and guidelines. So you're going to work with other teams like deal editors and things like that, making sure that any issues discovered are addressed. You're also responding to questions and requests on those online platforms posted by members of the community. So you're responding to reports from members of the community regarding potential violations of policies, rules, and guidelines governing the site. You are monitoring those for violations of those policies and, of course, removing those if you find violations. You're also issuing formal notifications, warnings, or banning users and removing them from the site if they continue to post things that they're not supposed to and they're not following the online community guidelines. So you're kind of responding to these protests of these notifications because, of course, if someone gets banned, they're going to be emailing saying this is a mistake. So you're looking for like patterns between spamming and things like that, just making sure that this online deals community stays safe. Only requires a high school diploma, somebody who possesses great people skills. You have to have great communication skills, and somebody who can have kind of like a thick skin, be resilient to criticism, keeping your composure. Now, they do prefer somebody who has a bachelor degree and somebody who can work with like Google Sheets, but that is preferred and not required. And of course, this pays $20 an hour. So next up, we have Zillow hiring the real estate giant. They have 2,300 reviews, that rating of 3.5 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a media fulfillment specialist. So a media fulfillment specialist is going to work closely with people who provide like real estate media, so photographers, videographers, editors. And you're going to be doing the quality checks to make sure that all the media that these photographers, videographers, or whatever are handing over on Zillow's behalf meets the stringent standards before delivery to the customer, which is most likely like the real estate agent or whoever is listing their house for sale. They've hired these people to kind of get those pictures and all together so the house can then be listed on Zillow's website. So you're detecting any discrepancies in the orders and coordinating across multiple teams, troubleshooting and resolving any issues. So you've just kind of got to be a problem solver, make sure that any operational bottlenecks are taken care of. And you're also ensuring payment compliance, verifying that the media on the order is paid for by the client, issuing refunds when needed. Now, Zillow always pays decently well. Pay for this position is anywhere from $28.90 an hour up to $46.10 an hour. And while they do prefer a bachelor degree, it does say they'll take equivalent experience in either business operations or customer service. So if you have a lot of customer service experience, you don't need a bachelor degree. They want somebody who has proven experience like executing deliverables, so you make sure that projects are done on time. You can work with like project management software, spreadsheet applications like Microsoft Excel. You're willing to work 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And you're also willing to rotate on Saturdays on a monthly basis. Other than that, again, they're just needing somebody who can be organized and be a problem solver, very detail oriented. Next up, we have Aflac hiring. They have 4,700 reviews with an overall rating of 3.8 out of 5 stars. They are looking for an overpayment recovery specialist. This is only going to be posted through April 18th. So you've only got about 3 days if you're interested in this position. Get your applications in. Pay for this one is anywhere from $55,000 a year up to $65,000 a year. And of course, this is a remote work from home role. But they are looking for somebody to initiate recovery procedures of overpaid amounts by communicating with the claimants and their representatives. You're negotiating repayment plans and settlements to get those overpayments back, monitoring and managing the recovery efforts, overseeing collections, maintaining detailed records of the overpayment cases and the collections, making sure that all the documentation in the system is accurate and up to date, because you're going to have to follow like federal rules and regulations here where collection practices are concerned. This one is going to require some phone work, talking with them, those claimants and stuff. But basically, Aflac has paid an insurance claim and they paid too much, and now you're trying to get the extra money back. Only requires a high school diploma and 4 years of some kind of related experience. They want somebody who has at least 2 years experience in some kind of insurance, like disability insurance collections or some kind of financial management. Other than that, you need great attention to detail, somebody who can kind of be analytical, somebody who has strong math skills, great communication skills, and somebody who can handle those complex situations with empathy and kind of, keep your composure. And of course, somebody who can navigate different computer systems like those Microsoft Office systems. Next up, we have bus patrol hiring. I do want to state the pay on this one is not great, but it seems like an easy enough part-time job. So I thought I would share and just let you make your own decisions there, because I know a lot of people are looking for part-time jobs and there haven't been as many around here lately. But Bus Patrol has 106 reviews with an overall rating of 2.8 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a remote work from home video viewer. This is a 1099 contract position. They're looking for somebody to work at least 10 hours a week, but this is helping identify motorists who illegally pass stopped school buses that endanger the lives of young children. So you are going to review a high volume of online video events, determining, so these are probably events from like bus cameras, and you are going to determine whether a vehicle violated the law by passing that stopped school bus. So you watch the video and you're like, yes, the vehicle violated the law, or no, it didn't. You're making sure that all events are reviewed with accuracy in a timely manner, trying to interpret subtle differences between school bus laws or regulations in different jurisdictions. I'm assuming, I know there's federal laws around that, but there's probably like state-specific laws as well. So you are just going to act with transparency and fairness in all the transactions that you review. Only requires a high school diploma. You need to be in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, and they're saying that you'll process 250 events per hour. So you have to have great attention to detail, be adaptable. But pay for this one is $10 an hour. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll be back really soon with more work from home job leads just for you.